I'm Mirror,
I'm Bells.
and this is Mirror&Bellz, and what are we talking about today, Bells?
We were talking about the last two episodes of Gachiakuta.
Yeah, which for the most part was like fillery. Well, not filler, but like slice of lifey, like just wind down. Why are you making that face?
To you.
Most of it was wind down, but we did get some good reveals. First of all, so the leader of the cleaners sends out the kids because he like predicts that the Hell Guard is gonna come to try to pick up Rudo because he's a Spirite.
Wait, I do want to interject right here
Mhm.
and there. The captain of the Hell Guard is actually that's what the Mangeka looks like. So the author, she looks like that.
Oh yeah, okay. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
she's the only person who's ever inserted herself into her own manga ever in history.
interesting. That's actually really interesting.
She's hot.
I was gonna say, I guess most of them look kind of frumpy dumpy, so but yeah, so he predicts that the Hellguard is gonna come and try to pick up Rudo. So he sends him and the other kids out to go to Canvas Town. And so since Rudo is the oldest, he's like, oh yeah, I gotta protect them. Why does he try to leave with a pedophile as soon as he's offered some candy? Like a 5-year-old. This man is 14 years old, too old to be falling for this.
Look, they didn't have them kind of tricks at the spear. They just threw the candy out. Actually, no, he said that they didn't have candy and that
Yeah, they
only the
didn't
rich
have
people
candy.
had candy. So I'll be fiending for candy too.
And then the only reason why he didn't go with him is because he didn't smell like candy. So if he had candy, you would have went with him.
He still would have beat him up. He would have put that R3 and he would have got to beating on him. Okay.
And
Now,
then
children, the children were real, but now I'm a little bit confused. We talked about this personally. I'm a little bit confused on what's her name's age because she seemed more mature once they got out of the battle, and like she also had like her jumpsuit was like halfway down, and she seemed older. She seemed like maybe the oldest teenager at that point, but maybe she's 13 or 14 years old, but she seemed kind of mature, and even her language in this scene, she said, yeah, he's clearly a pervert. We should cut his dick off.
yeah,
Um, I,
like
I wasn't
what?
talking like that at 13, maybe 15 and 16, but 13?
No, Rudo is the
Kind of
oldest,
wicked.
and he's 15, 16, right? I think I called him 14, but I think he's 15 or 16.
He's 15, Rio is 16, and Zanka is 17.
Why didn't Rio go with them? She's a kid too.
I don't know. I don't see her as a kid. I don't know, man. I was thinking like Zanka and her were like 18, 19, 17 at best, but 16?
All these little
Assassinating
chitlins.
people
And
at
then
a
she blicked people up. She already has like, doesn't she already have a history of killing people? And she's only
yeah,
16?
she got a rap sheet. At this point, I'm gonna start calling her Black Widow instead of Resident Redhead.
Oh shoot. Why did you let me braid up my hair without putting mousse in it? Oh my gosh. But but I'm a little bit confused. So Engine and somebody else, I forgot who the other person was, but anyway, Engine and someone else was looking over the kids. And then like they were saying like,
She-
"Oh, is it safe?"
Um, there's Deer, and then
Oh,
there's
here's father. Yeah.
yeah, because he watches over them. He's like their father, but I can't remember his name. But like his name is Santa something too. There's something in front of Santa.
Oh, okay. So Engine and Santa were looking over the kids, and Santa brings up like, "Oh, like, does it make sense to send Rudo out like this? Because the Raiders are looking for him." And then Engine's like, "They'd have to be dumb to take such obvious bait." And then he's like, "Oh, well, we have someone dumb upon our hands." So do they? So does Engine know that Raider that the leader left behind is following the kids? Who was he talking about? Who was dumb? I was a little bit confused by that cutscene. Or is he talking about the kidnapper?
He's not talking about the kidnapper. He's not talking about the
He's
people
talking
who
about
are
the
at
Hell
the
Guard?
facility. No, he doesn't even know about the Hellguard, I don't think. I think the only people who know is probably the chick with the glasses, and the leader. Because he
Who?
sent them to watch after them.
So who is he talking about?
He was talking about the bad guy, the kid that's the bad guy.
Yeah, that's what I said. So he was talking about him.
Yeah.
So
He was
like,
talking
why
about
didn't
he
so
was
why
an
didn't he
idiot.
do anything about it?
Because
He
the
followed
guy
them all the way to Canvas Town.
right, but he's too cowardly to do anything about it. So why even intervene? And also, he's a kid. He got to let him find his way in junk. That's what
Man,
I'm assuming.
just smite them.
What's his name is very questionable. I don't trust any calls that Injin makes.
I
Okay,
mean, apparently he
I
has very good intuition.
yeah, that doesn't make him make. That does not mean he makes good choices.
Good point.
He chose to say while the camera was on. I know that they can't see the camera, but while the camera was on, he chose to say what he said about women. I'm not letting go of that. That why did you say that?
But
I
there
never even
were
fight
there
by the
were
time you said
two.
this.
What is that?
I said I had never even seen him fight by the time he said this. There was no reason to say this. Bro, Ancient and Bro Santa.
Okay.
That's a horrible name.
So there were two big reveals in the last two episodes. One is that Rudo is a descendant of one of the friends of the first, I forgot what they're called, but the first like artists from Canvas Town.
Yeah, and his family crest is the Watchmen series crest. And
Yes.
that one of his relatives, so his father's probably great grandfather, there's a couple gens. There's like five. So
Mm-hmm.
like 5 generations ago, or maybe even four, we can even go 4 to 5 generations ago, his ancestor created the Watchmen series. So is his great great grandpa the Watchman? Did he put all of the shit on? And I don't know. Because me personally, the only thing I can think of is like, we don't know what happens when somebody puts all of the Watchmen series on. But I think it's that big guy in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only conclusion that I can be led to. I don't have enough information.
So that's the one big reveal. And the second big reveal is that Tansy is a traitor.
His fine self. I knew he was too damn bad. I no, I had said to one of our friends, I was just like, "Oh yeah, Tamsi, he kind of bad, but I think I'm gonna stick with Zanka." And he was just like, "Yeah, I like Tamsi a lot, mind you. He reads the manga, so he knew Tamsi was gonna do what he did." And I was just like, "Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about Tamsi. I don't think I trust his ass."
There was something about him that was off. And it was suspicious that they found Amo as soon as they left. Because I was just like, this whole time, Amo was apparently the person that saw someone go between the border and, or between the sphere and the ground. And no one has ever found her. But now she has visitors who are like trying to take the Washington series as soon as they visit.
What again? What if he kind of led them towards that found ammo? Because again, he already knew. Like that's the consensus that we're coming to. He already knew. So if that's the case, hey, look, I'm trying to think. If that's the case, maybe he's working with the person that was flying
The
the thing.
angel?
Yeah,
You don't think he's
because we
working with
don't
the
know him to
Raiders?
have an ability to be able to fly. So we also didn't know he was a traitor. Also, we know that Jinky's got 2 modes. I don't think his Jinky is making him fly, but I don't think he could be working with somebody.
Well, remember the Raiders ended up with almost boots.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is he could have led them to that and knew they were going to get into a confrontation with the Raiders, and that allowed him and his parties, because I don't think he's working alone, to snatch her out of being snatched from them in the
Oh,
commotion.
okay.
Because I don't think they gave a fuck about the boots. They gave her the boots.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I have questions. Yeah,
What is his motive?
sometimes you get answers in animes, and then it only brings more questions. Cause it's like, cause on the sphere, Rudo had that whole thing because his dad was a murderer. So I wonder if his dad knew anything about the Watchmen series or knew anything about being a giver or something like that.
Can we figure out who his dad is? Like, we're talking about, oh, his dad, but to me, Recto's his dad. Why
Give
are
me
we
a
talking
picture of
about
him.
why are we talking about a deadbeat? Like, I really don't know. Like, I understand that y'all are like, oh yeah, he looks like his creepy ass father and he's a murderer, but it's just like he didn't raise this kid. So how the hell is he gonna end up a murderer if he didn't get taught these tendencies? If anything, y'all are pushing him closer to being a murderer by ostracizing him
Right.
than he is in Recto's care. Recto was actually giving him was giving him the ability to naturally come about emotional facilities,
But look, there's a lot of stuff going on because Reto gave him the gloves with the Watchmen series on it. The
which he
angel
seemed
gave
reluctant to do. He seemed reluctant in flashbacks to even do that.
the angel gave Amo the boots with the Watchmen series, And then that same angel maybe killed Regto, and we don't know where Rito's dad is, his biological father is, and but we do know that he's a descendant of the creator of the Watchmen series. It's a lot of stuff going on. What if
Wait,
Regto was like
wait,
his uncle or something?
wait. I was under the impression that his adoptive last name was that, not his actual last name.
No, that's probably his actual last name.
Okay. Either way, it still has the same effect. Even if it was Recto's family instead of just his family, but it probably does hit harder if it was his actual family. And that would make sense. If you had a Watchmen series on your arm, back, or feet, that'd be a murderer too. You
Yeah,
guys
because
were
if
garbage
it
at
was
the
his like
scene.
if it was Regto's surname, then that wouldn't have any meaning for Rudo. He would say like, "Oh, my adopted father's surname was this," and like now I
No,
have it.
it would hit harder because that's his actual dad. That's the person who raised him. That's the person who gave him the gloves knowing what they were. And then did not talk about the ground or any of these things at all. That would mean that his father hid a lot more than we think he did from him. That's what that would mean. That would mean Recto was shielding him from a shit ton of things. If
Well,
it's
yeah,
his
I guess
actual
it would
father,
be a different kind of reveal versus if like Rudo was the actual descendant.
if Rudo was the actual descendant, it would have more in the fact of like, oh, maybe that's why my family and my dad is batshit. Like maybe
Hmm.
because remember the Watchmen series makes people go crazy.
But then
So
how? But yeah, but then it's like, well, how did Rudo get to the? It make actually yeah, but then it's like, how did Rudo get to the sphere? So yeah, there's a lot going on. There is a
but
lot.
again, there are people we know that can freely travel between the sphere and think. There's actually a theory right now out that the leader can travel there as well. And that's why he doesn't equips a thing.
What the frick are they called? Special item, whatever they're called.
Whatever they're called,
Vital instrument.
the communicators.
Oh, the
No,
communicators.
communicators.
Hmm.
No, to from what I heard, like nobody even knows what that man vital instrument is, and they never know where he's at. So
Well,
that makes me not trust his ass either. You got the ops asking questions, and I can't even answer them. Bro was on the ropes with them questions. I think he probably
but
wanted to fight more than he wanted to answer them questions.
But yeah, we have a lot of questions about Rudo's ancestry. How did the Watchmen series gloves get to the sphere? Why did Recto have them? I mean, Recto, like, he like collected stuff, so it could just be chance. But
He
then
just throwing away
Recto,
the Watchmen series, like that.
but
That doesn't
then,
even make sense.
well, if Recto knew the importance of the Watchmen series, would he just give them to Rudo, to a kid who could just lose them?
But again, if you rewatch, well, one of the two most recent flashbacks about Recto, he was very reluctant to give it to him. The only reason why he gave them to him is because he was in like an extreme amount of pain.
Mm. And then Reto was targeted, and killed. So he has some importance in here. Yeah, a lot of questions. Yeah, I'll be watching the second season. I'll be following. Like the show was kind of annoying because like stuff just be happening and don't nobody know how to fight unless it's a freaking trash beast. But I'm excited to see how Zonka improves because because I guess he's feeling sad because he was the only one that got washed. But to his defense, Rio
That little
also
girl was playing with his wife. Oh,
that little girl was playing with his life one and two, and Rio got pretty badly beat up too. She like lost her fight. She just had a blick.
oh yeah, no, she was getting electrocuted. She was getting tossed around, kicked, punched on. Like
Yeah.
she put up a good fight, I believe. I think like cinematically, she probably put up a better fight. But also, Zonko's backstory played during his fight, so like let's give him a little bit of grace on that. But Rayo was actually bumping her episode. She was straight up trading absolute licks with this woman, and she just was not gonna come out top. Now, the way that happened, it was cold. I'm not gonna lie. It will never not be cold. The way that she was like, yeah, if will anybody hear me scream from here? He's like, she's like, no, nobody can hear you from here. And then she just whips out the blick and starts shooting her.
If no
She
one can
should
hear
have
me
shot.
scream, no one can hear a gunshot.
She should have shot her some more. She clearly didn't shoot her in the right areas. I would have shot her in her knees
Oh
because then she
shoot.
wouldn't have been able to pull up and then do that BS again. She actually got herself killed by doing that.
Right.
If she would have just laid down on the ground, she'd still be alive.
I was wondering how she fell from that high and her head didn't splat like a watermelon.
That's a good point. Why does she even have a body? She really should just be a bloodstain.
I thought the Watchmen series blicked her like sliced her in half, but I mean she was missing like a whole like both her legs. So
Yikes. Yeah, so she probably died from the shock of that alone.
yeah, she was a mangled corpse. That's tragic.
I wonder if they cut her legs off because that's another thing that she cares about. Because he took the vital instrument.
Yeah.
But if you notice, she is very tall and she was kicking a bunch of things. She was fast on her feet. Maybe she did care about her legs.
I thought it would make more sense that it cut off her hair, right?
Well, she's gonna die. What is her hair of use if she's dead?
I mean, right before she died, they took away her vital instrument, took away her vital
Yeah.
instrument, cut her hair, and then kill her.
Oh my God.
Cruel and unusual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's already gonna lose her life and her vital instrument because she's made the comment that it takes everything you care about.
Hmm. But yeah,
And then if
I'm
that
excited for the second season. So learn
I'm
more
excited
about
as
the
well.
border.
I'm excited as well. And, maybe they'll have some opportunity for growth on the things that you don't like. I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it as a watch. Even if you stopped watching it and wanted to stop like recording about it, I would still watch it.
So are they gonna make us wait until 2028?
Probably 2027, but not 2028. That feels a little bit overzealous.
Yeah, because we're all at the beginning of 2026, so you're probably right.
I expect to see something next year.
All right. Well, on that note, let's wrap this one up. Bye.
Bye.